Hello, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Crimes Against Plastic. So this episode, we are going to go back and finish that Gundam that we started last week. Just a couple of things left to do. We're going to do some panel lining, and then we're going to do some stickers. So what are you going to need for this? First up, you're going to have a Vallejo wash. So this one is dark gray. You can use black, you can use light gray, whatever you like. It's got good pigment density, which is what we're going to need. Next up is a fountain pen, so nothing fancy here. This is one that you can pick up for $5. Next, I would recommend using an alcohol wipe, although good luck finding those right now, so this one I'm going to label as optional. What we're going to use with that is we're going to wipe down the parts before we put on stickers, and hobby knife from before, and also a file. Although really we're just going to use the back end of the file to smooth out stickers. Okay, so panel lining. This is a really neat technique to add some more dimensionality to your model. So you'll notice that on a lot of these models there's these little indents, these lines, so that's what we're going to be working with. Luckily with this one it's mostly black, so we don't need to panel line like 80% of the model. So we've got a little bottle cap here. We're going to pour in a couple of drops of this Vallejo dark gray wash. So we're going to dip our fountain pen into the ink just to get a little bit there on the tip, and what we're going to do is we're going to gently press that into the parts that we want to panel line. So what we're doing is we're letting the capillary reaction, we're letting that get the paint into the cracks there. So don't push too hard or you might either dent the plastic or scratch up your existing paint job, and don't worry if you mess it up a little bit. I'll show you guys how to clean it up. Gundam markers are another option that you could go for, so they're basically very fine tip pens that you could use instead of this. Personally, I just prefer this method because I've just always done it this way. Also, I find it is a little bit easier to clean up. So if you take a look at the back there, I kind of smudged a little bit while I was working with the other part of the model. So what you do here is just get a little bit of paper towel or a Q-tip, dip it in some water, and then gently rub it along the side of the part there, and it'll remove the excess. You could actually go ahead and remove all of it if you want to start over. At this point, once you've done all the panel lining, I would recommend hitting it with a matte varnish. So I have here a Vallejo spray varnish. You're going to hit it because the ink that we just used can smudge when you're putting on stickers and stuff. So it's good to seal that in and then move on. We're going to start with the shield here. I've picked out this sticker on this sheet here. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take that alcohol swab. You're going to dab gently away at the part that you're putting the sticker on. This just gets rid of any excess dust or grease that might have caught there. Then you're going to take your hobby knife. You're going to lift one corner of the sticker, carefully peel it off of the sheet there, and then line it up with the part that you're going to put on. So it's good to line it up vertically, horizontally before you actually press it down. That way it doesn't look unaligned. And then we're going to take the back end of this file or anything else that has a rubber surface, and we're just going to gently scrape along it until the sticker is completely set. You can also use an eraser for this step. If you're looking for locations to put the stickers on, I recommend Googling the name of the kit that you're working with. There's going to be tons of pictures from other builds or from the show itself, and it kind of gives you an idea of where the stickers are supposed to go. I find that it's kind of hard to put stickers on dark areas just because of the material. Depending on how the light shines on it, it doesn't look very even. So on those parts, you're going to want to make sure that you really press those stickers in. And there we go, all done. This part of the process took about 20 minutes. We're going to pose it a little bit. I like to pose them kind of in an X shape with the arms and the legs spread out. This makes it look dynamic. All in all, I say this looks pretty good for a $24 kit. I might be working on a master grade version of this later on. But anyway, here you go. It's all done. Once again, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors on Patreon: Callum O'Malley, Dan Murray, Dave Vino, Eve Kusk, Mike Story, and Artemage84.